With us now is Alyssa, and we're going to be talking about her family's journey with pancreatic cancer. Hello, Alyssa, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being brave enough to come on and tell the story, because one of the things about the television show is that it's celebrities, business owners, and nonprofit organizations, right? That's what the essence of Live It Up or the Donna Drake show is all about. So I wanted to tell you thank you so much. So can you talk to us about your mom? Let's start there, right?
My mom was the most vibrant, full of life person that I've ever met. She instilled a sense of life within me that made me just always happy. You were happy to be around her. You were happy to do things because she was there, and she just made everything fun, especially shopping or just little things. And towards the end, she took care of my twins. I have a girl and a boy, Anthony and Gabriella. Every day, even going through chemotherapy, she took care of them no matter what. She made sure her chemotherapy was at 3 p.m. when I was done with work.
Got it. Yeah, so she was working around her therapy around your journey.
Exactly.
Because she wanted to be there for you. When's her birthday? When was her birthday?
October 20th.
So here we are, we're filming this, and we're getting ready for a very special event that's happening in April.
Yes.
And tell us about that.
Sure, it's even more special this year because for the past 2 years due to COVID, we've been virtual. And my mom did walk the past 2 years virtually, but this year Pancan is having their Purple Stride 2022 event, and all 60 communities around the country are going to be walking to support pancreatic cancer. And it's really our #1 event through Pancan that we raise money for research and funding, and it's just amazing. And we'll all be dressed in our purple gear out there walking along the South Street Seaport to support all of these people going through such a horrible disease.
What do you wish the audience would know about pancreatic cancer? I used the word devastating earlier when we were discussing it. I think it's because, I don't know, it's so evasive.
Yeah. And it's just, you don't know you have it. You don't know the risk signs until it's too late. When my mom was diagnosed, she was already stage 3, and at that point, it's really hard to do treatment. Whereas in other cancers, maybe you can find it earlier, but because we don't know the risk signs, it's not really funded. There's not that much research that goes into it, which is why I love Pancan, because they are putting all their efforts into research and finding more treatments for this disease. And you know, this past year, in a 5-year-long time period, our survival rate is 11%, which is up from 10% last year, but still it's such a low number. And you know, when you get that diagnosis, it's almost like a death sentence. So it's something that is so dear to my heart that I just want to get it out there so everyone knows, and you know, we can know the risk signs and maybe catch it earlier.
A lot of times people don't know what the pancreas even is, or
right,
the function
I
of it. Right, okay, so what did you learn? What did you learn about where the pancreas is and what it does?
So it's actually like in your stomach area. It's a very strange looking organ, and my mom found out she had pancreatic cancer because she turned yellow.
Okay.
So her bile wasn't moving throughout her body, and you know, she was having lower back pain, she was having stomach, but those are such generalized feelings that she didn't know to go to the doctor, and those are risk signs, and those are things that, you know, we as people need to be aware of and go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor. Yeah, so there's like the lungs and the kidneys, and there's, you know, all these other organs and all these different parts of the body that a lot of people are aware of, and they're just like, well, pancreatic cancer. That was the other reason I wanted to bring you on, is because awareness is very important. So important. Right? It starts with just being aware, being educated, taking an opportunity to, you know, do the Pancan.
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you building out your team? What's going to be happening on that day?
So 8 o'clock starts registration, and then at 9 o'clock, there'll be a half-an-hour segment where they will highlight volunteers and they'll highlight survivors. And then they'll also discuss the people we lost and kind of celebrate their life. And then we'll do a walk around the water. And my team is called Trisha's Troop because my mom's name is Patricia. And we named it after her. One of my friends came up with the name, and it's how we keep her alive. And we'll all be dressed in purple. We have our purple bands and purple shirts, and we'll be walking and celebrating her and everyone else who's fighting this horrible disease.
I will tell you that my mom crossed over January of 1990 when I was pregnant with my first son. So I love the fact for you that your mom got to know your twins just for that moment.
Yeah.
You know, because it's it is still about celebrating the sweetness of one's journey. It's still about
agree.
celebrating their essence and holding on to that.
Yeah.
You know, and telling your kids lots of great stories.
Always.
So, congrats to you,
Thank you
on
so
all
much.
you're doing, because you're a winner. And I thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here and for all you're doing to help other families.
Thank you, and
So,
I thank you for having me on here and getting this out and building this awareness. It's huge, and it means so much.
you're so welcome, Alyssa. Pancan. Trisha's Troop. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We hope that your family is doing well. We hope that whatever your charities are on your heart, that you're able to raise funds and awareness to make a difference in our world. And thank you for watching.